rates of evolution.
In plain English.
We all know that evolution occurs, but do we really know what it is? And most importantly, do we know what rate does it occur? After watching this video, we hope that you will be able to answer these two questions. First of all, we believe it is important to explain that evolution is a theory developed by Englishman Charles Darwin. This theory says that change occurs in all organisms over long periods of time, and it is also a process by which modern organisms have descended from ancient organisms. But how long do these changes take to actually occur, and do all species progress and evolve at the same speed? Scientists talk mainly about two rates that explain the pace at which evolution occurs: gradualism and punctuated equilibrium. Following Lyell and Heron's theory of geologic change happening slowly but steadily, Charles Darwin proposed the same concept in his theory of evolution, with the name of gradualism. Gradualism is a rate of evolution that involves a slow and steady change in a particular line of descent over many generations. There is a lot of evidence in the fossil record that supports this theory, although some species make scientists doubt if gradualism is actually the correct way of explaining evolution. For example, some species have not changed much since they last evolved. In other words, they are in a state of equilibrium. They are perfectly adapted to their environment, so they need no further evolution. Horseshoe crabs, for example, have not endured significant changes in their body structure since the Cenozoic era, 66 million years ago. Let's use an example to explain the theory of gradualism, which most of the scientists support. Imagine a population of black mosquitoes. They were once able to escape their predators, frogs, without much danger. But because of their enemies' slow but steady change over many generations, the mosquitoes do not escape frogs as easily as they used to. This forced the species of mosquitoes to evolve slowly among with its predators. First, after 30 generations, mosquitoes grew their wings from a small size to a medium size, which allowed them an increase in speed. After other 30 generations, most mosquitoes grew extremely large wings, which gave them a radical speed boost. They were able again to escape frogs easily. This is a perfect example of gradualism.
Now that we know one of the possible rates or speeds at which evolution occurs, we can move on to the second and more complicated one, punctuated equilibrium. The idea of punctuated equilibrium, in a few words, says that evolution occurs in extensive, stable periods of time in which a species suffers few or no changes at all, followed by a short period of extremely quick, rapid, and abrupt changes. An example of punctuated equilibrium can be the following. Imagine a big population of fish, in which some are slightly bigger than the rest. One day, a new species of shark appeared on the coral reef, in which the fish population lives, so they now face a new predator. The longer fish were always able to swim faster and escape easily from the sharks, while the shorter ones got eaten faster. Therefore, the short-sized gene was reduced in an extremely short period of time, because only long and faster fish were actually able to survive and reproduce. This caused the fish population to evolve from a small size to a big size in an extremely short period of time, approximately 3 generations. So that you acquire a better understanding of the two existing theories of the rates at which evolution occurs, we will compare the graphs that represent both gradualism and punctuated equilibrium. As you can see in its graph, gradualism occurs at the same pace always. It is, as mentioned before, the slow but steady change that occurs in a certain species over time. In the graph of punctuated equilibrium, it is possible to observe that some species have a stage in which they are in equilibrium with their environment, but then something changes and they are forced to evolve in an extremely efficient and fast way. But what causes this sudden and abrupt disruption in a species equilibrium? Scientists have many theories, some of which are mass extinctions, the geographic isolation of a part of the species population, a radical environmental change, or even an introduction of a new species. All of this could trigger a sudden increase in a species evolution. It is also important to notice that gradualism is included in punctuated equilibrium because, for example, this section of punctuated equilibrium's graph is a steady evolution over time. In other words, gradualism. To end with, scientists still debate what is the correct rate at which evolution occurs, gradualism or punctuated equilibrium. We just need to wait until a certain piece of evidence, such as a fossil, is discovered, and one of the theories is refuted.